Hello and welcome to another Delboy short. It's a little new series of mine, a little pet project where I'm going to be choosing the games myself to play, but they have to be games that I've played and played back in the past. Most of the early games I'd have been playing around about the time they came out. And by the graphic, you will sort of already know what this game is. Yes, it's Cresta. So I'm just going to give you a bit of blurb because these are very short videos. The player begins the game with a small spaceship armed with a single laser cannon. After successfully completing the first 4 waves of alien attacks, the player must attempt to dock the ship with the next stage of the ship. This second stage has 2 lasers in addition to the original one. Each docked stage is one of the players' lives. After successfully clearing 2 more waves of aliens, the players must again dock with the 3rd and final piece of the ship, which also has 2 more lasers, giving the player 5 lasers in total. The trade-off for this is that the entire ship is a much larger target. Failure to correctly align the ships during the docking sequence causes the destruction of the stage being docked with. After completing the first 8 waves, the player ship reverts to the first stage and the process is repeated. Pretty much that's it. It's a pretty much a natural progression from Space Invaders. I did see it as that. I knew exactly where this machine was when I walked into an arcade because of its iconic sounds and the little tune that it plays. If you've ever seen this game, you'll have this tune and then it will be an earworm in your head. Might as well go to Game Capture and see some really bad gameplay. Here we are. I'll put a coin in. There we go. And we'll start the game off. There we are. There's the 3 ships. There I am. So here I am. And you can see it's definitely different to Space Invaders. Always find these purple ones quite difficult. Don't know if anybody else does. I mean, arcade games are supposed to be hard to play and they're supposed to be geared to take your money, so there we go. Second wave. God, how many times can my bullets go through them? Interesting that they split in half. You will see certain mechanics, you know, that arcade games will do in this particular year. This is 1980, where the splitting apart of aliens or shooting parts of them and then to get the whole is something that a lot of them do. Oh God. And oh, I don't know if you've noticed another subtle difference between Space Invaders and this one, other than, you know, no shields and all of that sort of stuff, but we'll talk about that at the end. These ones are being tricky. There we are, got it. I always tend to find you have got a sort of a window to get quite a few shots in when they're first appearing on the screen. You lose that and that's it. They're going to be all over the screen. Got it? Oh. Nearly there. Got it. Right, here's the special dock sequence. Now, I'd never seen something like this before when this first came out. All you can do is left and right. It does speed up. There is then some thrusters. Got it. Now, you're larger, but you fire 3 shots at a time. Usually I lose the life quick. We'll see if I do again. But you can see now. Oh! Oh, you swine. I should have gone all the way to the left. That's one life gone, and I'm back to my small one. It took the two-shot one away. They're not nice, these people that make these arcade games, you know. They really do make things difficult. So if you're counting after this is the second wave after the docking sequence. So, oh, blast. And there are eight waves in all. Now we've got a bigger ship. Ooh. See, all a bigger ship means to me is that I'm a bigger target. Oh, and then you got the meteorites that were coming in. I was hoping I was going to be able to show you that one and go through. But there we are, game over. And I didn't get a high score. So you can tell I'm pretty rusty at this game. But we'll go back to the camera. It was designed by a Shingeki Fujiwara for a company called Nichibutsu, which I hadn't heard of much at that particular time in 1980. When it came over here, it was licensed under Century, which I had heard of. The thing I was going to talk about that is different to Space Invaders is none of the ships fire. They just kamikaze towards you, where you fire, which is an unusual thing. And it was changed a little bit later on, so that they did fire. I think it was like a Moon Cresta Plus that came out a year later on. Now, the Cresta series did make a recurrence later on, and they developed some further games with the name Cresta in it. I did play some of those, and we may see some of them. But that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing me badly play this game. And until the next one, salute, thank you very much. Bye-bye.